World of Gamers, back again for another unboxing episode. Today we'll be taking a look at Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remaster from the Legacy of Kain series, remastered from the original PS1 versions for modern consoles. This is quite a hefty box compared to the last one that I did, which was the unboxing of the Thing remaster. You can see that the Thing box is a little bit taller, but doesn't have the same depth as the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver one. So I'm assuming that there's quite a significant amount of content in this box. It feels quite heavy. So Legacy of Kain, the first games came out a long time ago, and the only one that I've actually played in the entire series is Legacy of Kain Defiance, I think it is, which is the crossover where Soul Reaver and Blood Omen both came together. I played that game a long time ago. I got stuck. You hear me say this quite often, and I was refusing to look through a guide to continue, so I just gave up. I have come back to it a couple of times to try and complete it. I had a Xbox where the hard drive gave up on itself, and unfortunately I lost the saves for a lot of games that I was playing at the time, and Legacy of Kain Defiance was one of those games. I will go back to it at some point. Okay, so once I start unboxing this, I've got one take to do this. If there's any mistakes, if there's any stuttering, you know how it is with me. I'm not playing around. I will just do one take and get through it and hope that everything's okay. Little shout out, first of all, this is not a sponsorship. Fit Club is the gym that I go and box in 4 days of the week. I was given this cup for free for helping my trainer to get some stuff up the stairs. Right now it contains some decaf coffee. Okay, so here we go. There's a little bit of glare if I hold it in certain places, so I'm going to try to avoid that. I'm sure that will only be the case until I get the plastic off of the, or should I say the almost like cling film type of material off of the front. Hopefully I'll be able to do this quite quickly like I did with the last one. Yep, it is quite easy. So you get the wrap off the front. Once again, one of the things that I've noticed is that there's a little bit of damage to the box. It's a little bit bent up. There's a little bit of a tear. And this is, it's just, you know, if I'm not buying these brand new at retail, then this is something that I've just learned that I'm going to have to accept. It's not fantastic, but these boxes are not very strong. And if they are kept in storage and they're not being looked after, then this is the type of thing that's going to happen sometimes. For me, once they're in my possession, I will try to keep these as in good condition as I possibly can throughout the years. I do plan to put some plastic outer sleeves around them to try and limit the damage to them. I love the front. I guess you could call this a slip case, kind of, and it's almost embossed. It has that sort of feeling about it. There's an outer layer with the under layer shown underneath. It's pretty cool. And if I just quickly go back to the Thing, I forgot to mention this the last time around. It has an embossed front. It's slightly raised from the rest of the box. But that's not the one we're looking at today. It's all about Soul Reaver, the remastered collection. Okay, so very carefully, like last time, I will open it up because it's always this bit that can get easily damaged if you're not careful. If you're just pulling things in and out, which I've seen, you know, sometimes I've been on eBay looking at these collections that are being sold second hand, and you see the state of the boxes and think there's no way. There's no way I'm going to buy that. I will slide everything out, and then we'll take a look at the things that's in this box one by one. Now you can see all the way through. So let's take a look at what was creating that layer underneath. It's part of the art book. That's pretty cool. And this is what is also creating the majority of the weight within this box. That's a lovely art book. It's well made. I can tell just from the outside that it's well made. I'll just give you a look at a couple of the pages. Not go too much into it because you might want to buy this yourself and you don't want me showing you the entire content, I'm sure. Lots of fantastic artwork from both of the games. And I'm just going to place this so that I don't mash up the box after that big speech about looking after boxes. Okay, so let's go to the game first. We'll keep this sealed until I'm ready to play it. I do intend to play these games. It is a game, especially the first one in the Soul Reaver series, it's a game that I've had on my radar for quite some time. Just reading from the back, as I like to do. Experience the epic conflict in original or remastered graphics so you can switch between the two. I like it when they do that. It's pretty cool for somebody like me anyways, for a bit of a nostalgia vibe, because I have played older consoles in the past, so I do like that flip in between. Generally, I tend to stick to the newer graphics, but I do occasionally switch backwards and forwards just to remind myself what gaming used to be like. Celebrate Soul Reaver's 25th anniversary and experience the epic conflict of Kain and Raziel in original form or with remastered graphics. Centuries after your former master Kain betrays and executes you, you rise again and embark on a relentless quest for revenge. Included game titles, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2. And I've just remembered Soul Reaver 2 actually came out on the PS2. So the first one, PS1, the second one, PS2. And I've just realised I'm not looking at the camera. It's hard when you're doing it with your phone. Okay, and then we also have the official soundtrack, which is 2 discs. Quite a significant amount of gaming music on there. And I think I'm going to struggle to put all this back into the box in the way that it came out because it's in pieces. I will do my best. I'm going to start now so that I don't forget which way it all came out. And then finally, the last thing that you will get in this box is a steel book. Let's hold it that way first. That's pretty cool. I like that artwork. There we go. And then the inside, which I almost showed first, which has Kain from the Blood Omen series. That's pretty cool as well. I do like a steel book. One of the things that I don't like, and I'm guilty of this myself, so I'm being quite hypocritical, is that over the years, steelbook collecting has become a thing and it has pushed prices up. Sometimes you see new ones for ridiculous prices because they're just things that people want to have in the collection that are unique. Once upon a time, I used to get a lot of cheap ones, and then when I started seeing the prices going up, I started selling mine off for high prices. So I'm part of the problem as well, but hey ho, that's why I got into game collecting, was to make money. So that's it. It is quite a... It's pretty much, I would say, similar, almost the same as the last unboxing in terms of the content in each one. There's a slight difference with what is in the boxes, and I don't know if it kind of justifies having the bigger box for this one, maybe just for the art book, and that's about it. But anyways, I'm happy. And the last thing that I'll say is that if you are somebody who is thinking about getting into collecting for the Nintendo Switch, kind of been on the fence a little bit about it, I would suggest that now is the ideal time, because the Nintendo Switch 2 has just came out, which means that there'll be a little bit of a decline in the growth of prices for Nintendo Switch games. So picking up things like this brand new is going to be affordable. It might not be affordable in the future. If we look at trends in the past, as an example, the PS Vita, game collecting for the PS Vita just went whoo, way, way over budget for me, and it happened quite quickly when it was coming towards the end of its life cycle. And go and have a look for yourself. Buying brand new PS Vita games like these special editions for the Switch sometimes can cost you a lot of money. So get into Switch collecting now, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Stay safe out there.